thank you to the volunteers who are helping with the Christmas shop program, and especially the cashier, as this is a critically important job. If you take a few minutes to watch this video and look over the instructions we include, you can be your school star cashier. We go through a 20-step testing process to ensure that this pre-programmed cash register is priced, cleaned, and ready for operation upon arrival. The first page is the pricing structure for your shop. So the price your shoppers pay is in this column all the way down. And the 10% profit means at the end of the shop, if I were to tell the tale with the ending first, all you'd have to do is print an X report, take the net total, subtract your 10%, and you have just figured out how to pay the bill. It's that simple. There is no inventory, no item counting by groups or boxes. Every item has a price code sticker on it and is rung through the register by pressing one button. It doesn't get any easier. So the next page is the cash register quick guide. Let's show exactly how to ring up a sale. In order to do that, plug in the register into a standard 110 volt outlet. It will make some noises as it starts up. Hopefully you heard them there. Turn the key to register 1, REG1. On REG1, it will print receipts for you to return to your students. Parents in their envelopes usually a good idea, as it lets parents know how much they spent, but it doesn't list what it was for, so it will be a surprise. You can set the key to register 2. If you do, it will make the register receiptless. Is that a word? I'll demonstrate the difference for you. So that's register 1, this is register 2. And I'm going to go through these quicker in a second. Notice it didn't print out a receipt at all. Notice that I only use the square keys to ring up items, and every item in the shop should have a price code sticker on them. There are different kinds of labels, as you can see here. Just look for the number or price code listed, as we show right here. We find it easiest to use the register to help make the correct changes. When you do this, don't use a decimal point. If you do, you'll need to clear it in order to finish. It actually really serves no purpose on this register other than annoyance if accidentally pressed. The 00 on the other hand is very useful. Think of it like saying dollars in cash. So now I'll demo a check sale and a cash sale for you. So here's like it shows in this first class cash register quick guide. If you look at that while you're doing this, it's a price code 1. I push the cash register key. Then there's one price code 3. Then there is, this is a 4, and this is a 4, so I can just press that twice, once, twice. And then this one is, it says PC number 7, so I just push the button for that once. And then I've got bargain box items, that's a 15, and that one says 15. So I just press that twice, once, twice, and I just press subtotal. It brings up 1150, and I would then, if I had, say they gave me cash, then I'd enter, say $20 cash. I type in $20, enter total. It prints out it would not print out the receipt because I had it on register 2. Let's do register 1 and try that again. So here's a number 1, here's a number 3, 2 number 4s, a number 7, and 2 number 15s. 2. Okay, subtotal. That's what I thought. It's supposed to be $12. I must not have pressed the number 1 right the first time. Okay, so then let's say that they paid by check for $20. So I type in 2, 0, then 00, and then I press check, and then you'd actually give them $8 and change if you did it that way. So Now I'll demo check sale. Do you have to track checks separate? No. However, it makes your end of the day drawer easier to check if you have a listing on your X report that will show your checks and cash. Don't forget to make nightly deposits and never leave the money in the register. It's always a good idea to check on how much change will be needed also. We suggest that you start with a $100 check from your group to your bank and have the bank give you $20 in quarters, which is 2 rolls, $5 in dimes, 1 roll, $23 in $1 bills, $10 or 10 $5 bills, $2 in nickels in 1 roll. And this is basically what that would look like. So you got ones, fives. There are no pennies if you notice, because you won't need any pennies. Everything is rounded to the closest nickel. We're going to demo installing a new roll in the cash register. So what you do is, you can leave it on whichever thing it is here. You take off the top. All you do is undo this here, pull this out. And then insert a new roll. The cash register box will have 3 extra rolls designed for use in this register. They are thermal paper rolls. Adding machine rolls won't work, as the paper needs to feed from the bottom, as I just showed you right there. Otherwise it won't print anything. And maybe I'll demo one of those for you too. So here I just put a new roll in there, and let's see if I just did an X report. So there it does, doing an X report. Now let's see what happens if I do a X report and try and do it backwards. So the roll comes up from the bottom. If you try and do it from the top, it won't work because of the thermal paper thing. So I try that, notice nothing happens. So it only will load one way, is basically what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. So put the lid back on here, just like so, and put it back to register 1. So I actually just showed you there how to print an X report. You turn the key to X. There's actually written directions here inside there for this, which would be the back side of here. There's the written directions for the X report. Basically tells you that, and they are cumulative. But simple 2-step process. All you gotta do is turn the key to X, as I just did, press the amount under total key, and it prints out the X report. Okay. And since I've got it in there backwards, it's not going to print anything. So we'll switch that around. And we've gotten calls before from people about that, and this is one of the reasons we're doing the video, so that you get a chance to see what it's like. And we are understanding and patient. Sometimes you have those duh moments and go, boy, what did I do wrong here? And it's just a simple thing. So turn that paper over, press that again, and there we go. There's my X report, okay? Now, the register will print a cumulative total of every department sold. The number of items for each department is above the department center. So right here, there's department 1, and that's department, so that means they've sold 9 department 1s for a total of $4.50, which would make sense since they sell for 50 cents. That also is how you know that, okay? Straight across the department. The bottom of the receipt tells you cumulative totals for all the departments, the total of all coupons used, the net sales, which is the total sales minus the coupons, the voids and the returns, the cash collected, checks collected, and no sale drawer opens. All valuable information if you have a change of cashiers, if you have to do that, in order to check the drawer. At the end of the day, we want to get you to get us an X report and tell us how many classes have shopped and how many more classes are left to shop. By doing this, we'll ensure your shop is properly stocked before you start to run out of price groups. There are many ways to get the information to us. You can call us at the 800 number, 654-4927, or you can fax the total to us at 206-666-4957, which actually comes to our email, which is why it's a 206 area code. Or my favorite high-tech way that probably any student that has a smartphone could do for you in 5 minutes or less is to take a picture of the receipt, okay? So that's what I'm gonna demo for you now. So all that you have to do is you get the receipt out, and I'm doing this one-handed, okay. Hopefully I'll be able to show you with the directions here. Get your phone out, then put your camera on, get your camera on there, and ideally you want to get the highest definition resolution that you can find. Okay, so let's see, there we go, just like that. I got all my departments in there, as you can see, and I got the totals and everything else. I snap photo, okay. Then I can just go over here to where it is, and it's got that little button down there that shows what I want to do with it. I go to email, I press email, and I'm going to say to here us at, which our address is first class 1stclas first class at firstclassfundraisers.com. So I put that in there, and then if we need the name of your school, which we'll just use the local one, Green Meadows, we'll say. So Green Meadows is in there. And then the other information we need to know is how many classes there are. So you put in there, we've had, say, 20 classes shopped, 20 classes shopped, 20 classes shopped, and we have 10 more to go. And that's all the information that we would need. And you just press send, and then you'd be good to go on getting that information to us. Oh, and then when it comes up which size, we need either the large or the actual size. So I just do the large. And then you press the send button, and there it goes. And you're all done with that. You want to make sure that your hand is steady and the numbers are readable before sending it, and put the picture in an email. We did all that, and there's a particular, if there's any particular items that need to be that you need for your shop, if you could tell us that when you're doing it also, or take a picture of those. If you feel a need to do a practice sale, that's not a problem. There are several ways to do it, and it won't mess anything up. I'd suggest using the example listed in the quick guide and this YouTube video here, possibly on your phone at school. The chairperson can forward the email to the cashier, and after everyone who wants to practice does, ideally before your shop opens, then you print another X total receipt and use that net total as your starting point instead of the 0, which is what it'll say when it arrived. At the end of your sale, you print your final X report, and it's used to figure out how much you owe. In order to have the check ready for pickup, using email and copying yourself, your treasurer, and will help to make sure everything runs smoother. Now, basically, that's everything you got to do, except some of the fun stuff. So we have what we call a post-shop thank you sale for some well-deserved Christmas shop rewards. If you have just a little extra time, this is what the sheet looks like. It'll be inside your box. This thank you of 40% off everything is a reward for those who volunteered, teachers, and all the school staff. The post-shop thank you sale is what you will use in order to take advantage of the reward program. There's also a reservation form for next year in this packet of information. Will be there. If you fill it out now and return it with payment, you're entered into our drawing for prizes from $10 to $400 retail value and qualify for one of the specials listed on the sheet. And finally, I'd be remiss if I failed to mention that our main business since '89 here in Indiana is working with groups like yours on their frozen food fundraisers. Please feel free to ask us for samples if you're looking for a delicious frozen food fundraiser that your customers will crave and that your group will earn more profit than you expect. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video was helpful.